Hey, right here on Whoop Radio 99.9 on your dial and whoopfm.com right here at Cleveland, Tennessee, where we're citywide, dignified, country proud, turned up and loud, so let's let her roll. Bring her home now. Hey, if you're not careful, you run plumb past the gate, Patton. And I tell you what, that sound like Charlie Monroe and the Kentucky Wonders. I tell you what, Paul Price could have handled that one all right. Prince, not Price, Prince. Okay. All right. Well, we got you. Did I say it was whoopfm.com? Call your friends and neighbors up and tell them just tune us in. Hey, I got all kinds of good music. I won't play the ones that he played most in the last year. This is just getting a new year started off, and hey, we're getting started off right. Hey, let me acknowledge the folks that's bringing all this good music to you tonight. And starting off tonight is 5 Point Cafe. That's Miss Janine and her team, the Sweetheart Corner. Walker Valley Motors, that's old Kenny Lawson, one of the biggest car dealers in this part of the country. Then Robin's Nest and Bobby's Roost. Hey, she's been with us a few days, and we had a great time. TNT Battery, that's Arnold True Love and his true love, Joanne. And Jody bring all this good music to you. And then bringing up last but not least is Dennis Black Concrete Construction. That's Dennis and Cheryl, 191 Osmond Road right here in Cleveland, Tennessee. That was a theme song of one of the few radio stations we could get when I was just a boy. It was WJJD, I believe that was in Chicago. And there's a station in Del Rio, Texas. And WCKY in, I believe that's Cincinnati, Ohio. And, of course, WSM in Nashville, Tennessee. That was the big stations back about 90 years ago. I mean, 70 years ago. Okay. That was one of them's theme song. I tell you what, that was good. All right, well, let's get started off right here now. Then let's start off down at 5 Point Cafe. We were down there. Robin's in town, and we went down there. Me and James started to work, and my sweetie went with me, Charles and Robin, and we went down and visited Miss Janine. I tell you what, we put the food basket on, and I got the McCracken stack, and I'm telling you, it was out of this world, okay? And sweets of all kinds. And by the way, what have I done with it? Surely I haven't lost. Oh, yeah. I've got one of those cashew clusters to last me all night. I can nibble on that thing all night. And listen, you would not believe the things that she had in her candy case. I'm telling you, it was stacked full. It looked so neat. I'm telling you, it was just right. Met Charles Bagley there and some other folk we knew. Just had a good time together. It's just like being at home. But it's a unique little place. You need to call Miss Janine at 457-0041, or better still, just go by 5 Point Cafe at Oldmore Drugstore, right down here at 5 Point. I tell you, she has got it going on. It's a place that's different from any place you've ever been. Now, if you don't believe it, you just go by there and try me out, okay? Well, let's see what I've got this CD out here. I played last week. I played a lot of my good hits, and I didn't know I had so many. And I thought after my program was over, on the way home, I said, "Man, I didn't get near as many of those played as I wanted to." So I'm just going to do some of them tonight. But just before we turn this plate over, let's play this one right here. Oh, there ain't nobody do that except Dolly. That's not all the part. I think it is.
He was going down the grade, making 90 miles an hour when his whistle began to scream. He was found in the wreck with his hand on the throttle and was scalded to death by the steam. They gave him his orders at Monroe, Virginia, saying, "Steve, you're way behind time. This is not 38, but it's old 97. You must put Prince Spencer on time." Then he turned and said to his black greasy fireman, "Shovel on a little more coal. And when we cross that White Oak Mountain, you can watch 97 roll." He was going down the grade, making 90 miles an hour when his whistle began to scream. He was found in the wreck with his hand on the throttle and was scalded to death by the steam. It's a mighty rough road from Lynchburg to Danville in a line on a 3-mile grade. It was on that grade that he lost his air brakes. You could see what a jump he made. So come all you ladies, you must take warning from this time on and learn. Never speak harsh words to your true loving husband. He may leave you and never return. He was going down the grade, making 90 miles an hour when his whistle began to scream. He was found in the wreck with his hand on the throttle and was scalded to death by the steam. Oh, dig it, gal.
Hey, that is good music. I tell you what, that's That's just good stuff. I like that kind of music. Well, let me see what I can play here. I'm getting a telephone call, and a very important person. Let me see what I can come up with. Well, hey, here's one called Old Whippoorwill. Let me give him a telephone call.
As I wandered by the wooded hills where evening shadows play, to hear the song of the whippoorwill as he sings his evening lay. Oh, list whippoorwill, his song whippoorwill, it floats whippoorwill along whippoorwill, now brave whippoorwill, now gay whippoorwill, we hear whippoorwill is lay. Whippoorwill. Oh, softly trills his evening lay as shadows roll along. A saddened feeling upon me comes when I hear his evening song. It brings to mind the old home so many miles away, and dear old friends that I often fold against his evening lay. Oh, list whippoorwill, his song whippoorwill, it flows whippoorwill along whippoorwill, now brave whippoorwill, now gay whippoorwill, we hear whippoorwill is lay. Whippoorwill, oh, list whippoorwill, his song whippoorwill, it floats whippoorwill along whippoorwill, now brave whippoorwill, now gay whippoorwill, we hear whippoorwill is lay. Whippoorwill.
All right, there's the Stonemans making all this music for us here. I tell you what, they can. That Stoneman family can make that music. They're not the prettiest folk in the world, but boy, I tell you, you forget about what they look like when they play that music. All right. I can't believe that I left these out last week in some of my favorite songs, all right? And this is one of them right here. One of my favorite songs of last year. Hey, it's brought to you by Kenny Lawson at Walker Valley Motors, 695 Lauderdale Memorial Highway, right across from Walker Valley High School, okay? Kenny's kind of been laid up. They went through the front of his neck to really give him some relief on his spine, and thanks to the prayers of his wife, he's still not able to talk very much, okay? I understand she's really praying, but I think he's going to make it anyway. I think he's going to get his voice back anyway, okay? No, Kenny knows his car business, and he sells wholesale to the public. Robin went by to see him, and I called him and talked to him. And he got one of those gift cards, yeah, from Miss Janine, so he'll be going down there. I tell you what, that'll be a place to go, and he'll know what to do with that, all right? Now, Kenny's always got good-looking vehicles. Most of the time, his outstanding things are pickup trucks. He has always got several brands, Dodge, Chevrolets, Fords of all sizes. I haven't been by there recently, but I don't know if he still has that bucket truck. It's a big 350 heavy-duty Ford. It's got all those toolboxes on the side, steel bed. It's just right. You can use it in construction in so many ways. You can trim your own trees. Yeah, that'll set yourself up on the housetop and all that good stuff you can do with a bucket truck. I'm telling you, they're something else to have. And he had that one up there, and I guess he still has. But if he doesn't have what you want, you just tell Kenny what you want, and he knows where to get it, okay? He's got a telephone number, 595-6040. His website is WalkerValleyMotors.com. His email is WalkerValleyMotors@gmail.com. That's WalkerValleyMotors@gmail.com. He's always got something great. No telling what he might have on his lot, okay? So go by there and visit Kenny. Tell him I heard it here on Whoop Radio, and I would appreciate that very much. Here's one of my favorite songs. I just like this song.
I woke up the same way this morning, like a stranger in my own life. Tired and confused with too much to do, nothing left for my kids and my wife. Oh, I clung to that first cup of coffee, praying, God, won't you show me what's real? Out in the distance, I saw through the window a man on a tractor with a dog in a field. The dog walked just like he was smiling. The man drove like the world was alright. The tractor hummed on like part of a song that you sing to your children at night. His work was laid out there before him. In rows of green his whole life was revealed. Oh, what I wouldn't give if I could just live like a man on a tractor with a dog in a field. Let me do what I'm doing. Let me be where I am. Let me find peace of mind on my own piece of land. When I'm lost, help me to let go and find some way to feel like a man on a tractor with a dog in a field. There I was watching and wondering. My wife came down and sat beside me. She said, it's not about living another man's life, it's about seeing your own differently. Oh, this home that I love and my children, what more could one man hope to yield? Then she touched my face and said, there's more than one way to be a man on a tractor with a dog in a field. Let me do what I'm doing. Let me be where I am. Let me find peace of mind on my own piece of land. When I'm lost, help me to let go and find some way to feel like a man on a tractor with a dog in a field. Tractor with a dog in a field. Oh yeah.
That's right. Just live and let live and enjoy every day. Might be our last ones. We never know. I was just looking in the paper. A really good man, Pastor James Art. I tell you what, known him a long time. He's a great guy. Little Jim's all right, too. I tell you, they're just good people. Live over on Arnold Street. And they were just great people. We'll send the entire program out to our family and to their kinfolks. Right? And Garland Kaywood, the old buddy of mine I've known since I was, as long as I've known anyone, passed away. We went to visit his family the other night. Saw Donald. Donald's the same grade I was in school, went all the way through grade school together. We were great friends. Had a lot of good fun. Well, my old friends are leaving me, and they've been great all through the years. And it comes that time, so I tell you what, it's just great. If you live like that fella's talking about the dog in the field, you got no regrets. Just enjoy life. Just love and live and let live. And about 5 things is all that matters anyways. Family, friends, faith, fun, food. Yeah. And on the radio, a little bit of foolishness, okay. That's not that important, but it's good. In the future, always. Yeah, I heard a fellow on here say one day that we live all these years, and so for about 30 minutes, they wonder which way we win, okay. Yep. Says the first 20 years, Mom wants to know where you're going, and the next 20 years, your wife wants to know where you've been. And the next 20 years, they tell you where to go, okay? Then when you die in about 20 minutes, about 30 minutes, they wonder where you at. I guess that's pretty good. Oh, this is brought to you by Robin's Nest and Bobby's Roost. Robin was with us this week. I wish you could stay another day or two and been here with me on the station. We have so much fun when we do that. But she had to get on back home. She's getting her store all cleaned up and straightened up, and I tell you what, she's got the goodies. Now, if you don't believe it, you just go on Facebook, Robin McCracken Meacham, and she's going to have that place shaped and ready to go with a whole lot of new stuff to go with all the old stuff that she's got. If the pickers only knew, they'd go by and visit Robin's Nest and Bobby's Roost. Maybe they'll get the word on this World Wide Web, because we're reaching further than Tasso, okay? All right. 501-283-7775. That's her number, and you can call that, and she'd be glad to talk to you about anything that she has for sale. And Facebook is Robin McCracken Meacham. Bet all of her friends know about that. I bet she's already took my picture and got it on her. Boy, it's good for farming or framing, either one you want to go. All right. Well, let's see. Here's one I wish I'd have had this one when Robin was 13.
The Declaration of Independence. Think I could tell you that first sentence, but then I'm lost. I can't begin to count the theories I've had pounded in my head that I forgot. I don't remember all that Spanish or the Gettysburg Address, but there is one speech from high school I'll never forget. Come on in, boys, sit on down and tell me about yourself. So you like my daughter, do you now? Yeah, we think she's something else. She's her daddy's girl, her mama's world. She deserves respect, that's what she'll get. Ain't it, son? Now y'all run along and have some fun. I'll see you when you get back, bet I'll be up all night, still cleaning this gun. Well, now that I'm a father, scared to death one day my daughter is gonna find that teenage boy I used to be, that seems to have just one thing on his mind. She's growing up so fast it won't be long before I'll have have to put the fear of God into some kid at the door. Yeah, come on in, boy, sit on down and tell me about yourself. So you like my daughter, do you now? Yeah, we think she's something else. She's her daddy's girl, her mama's world. She deserves respect, that's what she'll get. Now ain't it, son? They all go out and have some fun. I'll see you when you get back, probably be up all night, still cleaning this gun. Now it's all for show, ain't nobody gonna get hurt. It's just a daddy thing, and hey, believe me, man, it works. Yeah, come on in, boy, sit on down and tell me about yourself. So you like my daughter, do you now? Yeah, we think she's something else. She's her daddy's girl, her mama's world. She deserves respect, that's what she'll get. Ain't it, son? Y'all run along and have a little fun. I'll see you when you get back, probably be up all night, still cleaning this gun. Son, y'all buckle up and have her back by 10. Let's say about 9:30. Drive safe.
Yeah. Hey, that's right. I played that song for Kenny Lawson way back then. It might have worked, okay? Hey, let's have a twin spin. Brought to you by Robin's Nest and Bobby's Roost and TNT Battery. TNT, I bet you Arnold's been right here at this too. That's the one I want. No, there's the one I want right there. I bet Arnold's been there with his boys, Chris and Jody.
Old gray fence to Archip Road, Martin's Creek. I'm almost home. Whitetail buck by a one-lane bridge, round the bend, up on the ridge. There's Thompson's barn, leaning just a little. Miss my restore, smell the barbecue, make you stop for gas when you don't need to. At least 20 miles to the nearest town. Hills and hollers all around. And that's me, yeah, that's me, right there in the middle. In the middle of what matters most, Father, Sons, and Holy Ghost. Open hearts and unlocked doors, way of life worth fighting for. If you're wondering where I'll be, take out a map of Tennessee, and you'll find me right there in the middle. Yeah, a rick of wood stacked by the porch, black lap pup scratching at the door. Two little boys saying Daddy's back. Next thing I know, it's a wrestling match. And that's me, yeah man, that's me, right there in the middle of what matters most. Father, Sons, and Holy Ghost. Open hearts and unlocked doors, way of life worth fighting for. If you're wondering where I'll be, take out a map of Tennessee, and you'll find me right there in the middle. In the middle of nowhere, nowhere I'd rather be, with the good Lord
Well, that's brought to you by TNT Battery. That's Arnold True Love and True Love family. Jody and Arnold especially at TNT Battery. 2380 Keith Valley Road right here in Cleveland, Tennessee. Telephone number 479-3122. 479-3122. That's their office phone. Someone will be there from about 7:30 until about 5 o'clock. All right, so you can call them anytime. Batteries and tires sold wholesale. Been in business a long time. All right. And Arnold's number is 240-8645. 240-8645. Jody's cell is 667-4486. So go by there and see Arnold and Jody, and they can meet all your needs in tires and batteries at wholesale prices. Now, if you don't believe it now, I was talking to a fellow just yesterday, and he said, well, I thought batteries were high until I checked the prices with Arnold and here at TNT Battery. So that's just the way it is. My telephone number is 479-3122. 2380 Keith Valley Road right here in Cleveland, Tennessee. They'll do you right because they're just the best people in the world, like all my sponsors. They're just great people, all right? Well, let's see what I've got. I've just got all kinds of music that I'd just like to play. Let's see what oh, this one here. This one's for me. This one right here is for me. I got one an hour I play just for me, but you can listen in if you want to. Brought to you by TNT Battery, Arnold True Love, and Jody. All of you's got something like this.
Dust on the dashboard, rust on the back door. Daddy paid cash for that old four-door Ford Fairlane. Bottle on the floorboard, butts in the ashtray, where he sat and talked to Mama after she passed away. Sitting on some good years parked there in the driveway. He just let it go. Carved minnow hanging from a cane pole, laying in the trunk, ready to go. In case we passed a hole we had to fix. Crack in the window where Dad pitched me one soft and low. Had to duck his head. Mama said, I guess he's got the hang of it. Until now I didn't know why he never got that window fixed. He just let it go. The carburetor needs a kit. The driver's side visor's ripped. It's getting a little hard to shift, and the knobs are missing off the radio. It's lost its glossy candy apple shine. The ink is faded on the for sale sign. The only driver that car ever owned. First $1 million takes it home. The 3 on the tree was tough. My feet barely reached the clutch, but Daddy let me fire it up, back it out and pull it in. Then in the fender, sand in the seat, where I found the pin that fell from her hair the night that me and Becky lost it. 16 when I stole those keys, I guess he'd been where we'd been, 'cause he just let it go. The carburetor needs a kit. The driver's side visor's ripped. It's getting a little hard to shift, and the knobs are missing off the radio. It's lost its glossy candy apple shine. The ink is faded on the for sale sign. The only driver that car ever owned. dollars takes it home. Dust on the dashboard, rust on the back door. Wouldn't take $1 million for that old four-door Ford Fairlane.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that is all right. I like that. I got a new CD here I want to play. It's called Cool Country Hits. And I want to play this. I'll tell you who it's for in a minute. Let me get it dialed in here so I won't miss it. I was talking about my picture a while ago. Been good for farming or framing. Well, I looked at the Cleveland Daily banner here on the front page, and I'll tell you what. Now, the Jones boys, they look pretty good. Yeah, they got a little bit of moss on their head. But that fellow standing between them, and Mark Hall and Mike Bell, they could, well, I've heard their wives that said they told their wives they was going to get them a toupee. Yeah, and Judge Lawson also, he needs one too. And all of them's wives said there wasn't no need to putting a new rag top on an old convertible when the motor was wore out. Well, I guess they know. But Dan Howell and Todd Gardner, they just haven't been in office long enough yet to be bald-headed. But they'll get there one of these days. Mike Bell's face getting longer every day. And Sheriff Lawson's had a long face for a long time. Yep. No, just a josh, and they're just great folk. We are fortunate to have people like this that's leading us, and like the Jones boys and the things they do in the Jones Foundation. It's just a great, it's just, I tell you what, Cleveland has good representation, great businessmen and ladies like the sponsors that sponsor our radio shows, and we appreciate them so much. But I want to send this one out. Speaking of pictures in the paper, there was one last week that took the cake. Now, I don't know if Eddie Cartwright's wife's that pretty or she's just pretty because she was standing by him. Miss Milteen, she's a sweetie. Eddie's the luckiest fella I know of. I don't know how he tricked her. He probably had some hair then. But I'm going to send this one out to Eddie Cartwright and his sweet wife Milteen. I saw him in the paper. It's such a good picture. I want to send this one out, especially to Eddie.
Hang on to her, boy, with all your might. She's got so much to give if you treat her right.
Hey, this is for me too, my wife.
She's a classic, perfect in every way.
Yeah.
One of a kind. Now that's what my daddy would say. And when I turned 18, he smiled at me, walked outside and tossed me the keys. And he said, hang on to her, boy, with all your might. She's got so much to give if you treat her right. In a world where things are changing fast, ain't too many things that were made to last. Hang on to her, boy, they don't make them like that anymore. She's a beauty, the kind you don't see every day. Yeah, she's timeless, well, that's what her daddy would say. And arm in arm as they walked down the aisle, you gave me your hand and said with a smile, oh, hang on to her, boy, with all your might. She's got so much to give if you treat her right. In a world where things are changing fast, ain't too
How about that? You better be listening. I tell you what, they don't make them like meal teams just every day. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Well, that's brought to you by Dennis Black Concrete Construction. That's Dennis and Churl, all right? And 191 Osmond Road for all your concrete needs. They're the concrete specialist in this area, okay? And when they pour it, they form, they pour, and they finish concrete. That's their only business. Been at it all these years. Telephone number, 476-7278. 476-7278. And by the way, the first of the year is here. 476-7278. Yeah, that's right. I had to check my computer. But this is the first of the year, and they might need some help. Boy, this sunshine's been great the last few days. I tell you what, I didn't know if the sun's ever going to shine again. We needed Noah's Ark to get around there. And I tell you, it's just wet as it can be. But now, this weather's breaking to be just right to pour that concrete. So give Dennis a call. Get on his schedule, because he's like everyone else that'll work in construction right now. They got more work than they can get done, okay? And I'm sure everyone is behind. But give Dennis a call. Now, his cell phone is 667-6997. And he can tell you all about it or when he can get to you. And they'll do you a fine job, because I've seen their work all over Bradley County. And they always do a great job. You can depend on that, okay? Well, I played one by Anne Murray last week. But here's the one that, well, I guess it's one of the few that made her, made her famous. And it's called Snowbird. All you old timers know what this one is all about right here. She does a great job on it. Your music is beautiful, words, lyrics, and all that good stuff.
Beneath its snowy mantle, cold and clean, the unborn grass lies waiting for its coat to turn to green. The snowbird sings a song he always sings, and speaks to me of flowers that will bloom again in spring. When I was young, my heart was young then too. Anything that it would tell me, that's the thing that I would do. But now I feel such emptiness within, for the thing that I want most in life's the thing that I can't win. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on that day. What I love forever is untrue, and if I could, you know that I would fly away with you. The breeze along the river seems to say that he'll only break my heart again should I decide to stay. So little snowbird, take me with you when you go to that land of gentle breezes where the peaceful waters flow. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on that day. What I love forever is untrue, and if I could, you know that I would fly away with you. Yeah, if I could, you know that I would fly away with you.
Let's have a twin spin, brought to you by Dennis Black Concrete Construction, okay? Anne Murray.
Out on the Myra, on warm afternoons, old men go fishing with black line and spoons. And if they catch nothing, they never complain. I wish I was with them again. As boys in their boats call to girls on the shore, teasing the ones that they dearly adore. And into the evening the courting begins. I wish I was with them again. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade you 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasure it brings. Out on the Myra, on soft summer nights, bonfires blaze to the children's delight. They dance round the flames, singing songs with their friends, and I wish I was with them again. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade you 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasure it brings. Now I'll conclude with a wish you go well. Sweet be your dreams and your happiness swell. I'll leave you here, for my journey begins. I'm going to be with them, going to be with them. I'm going to be with them again. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade you 10 of your cities for Marion Bridge and the pleasure it brings. Can you imagine a piece of the universe more fit for princes and kings? I'll trade you 10 of your cities.
Hey, you listen to Whoop Radio 99.9 on your dial right here in Cleveland, Tennessee. We're here at the Village Green and the Green Room, live, okay? A little bit chilly outside, but it's wintertime. And it's supposed to be, okay? Well, you listen to family-friendly, funny, flag-waving, country, western, bluegrass, and a little gospel music here on Whoop Radio. Let's have a little funny stuff, okay? You just heard of Wendy Bagwell. He's had the the rattlesnake song and all of that, and the German Shepherd dogs. And hey, let's play that. Let's play that. Those 3 German Shepherd police dogs, and that's in church. Let's see what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe that's number 6. Well, they'll be good anyway. And here comes the bull again. Be a good time to play this. Family-friendly, funny, flag-waving, and here is a funny. And this is old Wendy Bagwell and the Sunliners.
Not long ago, now this is the truth, what I'm telling you in my head. Not long ago, we was out in Oklahoma at the Ebenezer Free Will Baptist Church, all day singing and dinner on the ground, homecoming. And singing on the program that day was a blind family. Now then, if I told you who they was, some of you'd know them, because they sing in churches all around the country. And they're singing on the program, and that church is so full you couldn't put another human being in it. I mean, they had them standing lined up around the walls. And them blind folks, this group of blind folks got up on the pulpit to sing, and there's one little aisle right down the center. They even had chairs out. And then there's one little aisle right straight across in front of the pulpit, and that was all. And they got up there on the pulpit to sing, and when they got up there, they realized there wasn't enough room up there for them 3 big old German police CNI dogs they had with them. And they didn't know what to do with them, so this feller that was in charge of them just laid them all 3 right down there in front of the pulpit. And the preacher got a little bit worried about it. And he went over to the fella in charge of those blind folks, and he said, "Brother," he said, "will them dogs be all right down there?" That man said, "Let me tell you something about them dogs." He said, "Don't worry about them dogs." He said, "Them dogs are highly trained." He said, "Them dogs will lay right there till I tell them to move, no matter what happens." He said, "Preacher," he said, "what you preach to that crowd out there, they may forget. But them dogs don't forget. Them dogs will be right there. Them dogs will lay right there and starve to death if I didn't tell them to move." Preacher said, "All right, I ain't going to worry about them." He said, "Don't you worry about them." So they was all jammed and crowded in there. You couldn't move. And when them folks got up and started singing, and boy, they sing them kind of songs that'll tear your heart out. That crowd was all caught up in it. Didn't nobody even notice when that big old yeller cat come walking down the center aisle of that church. Didn't nobody even see it, except them 3 big old German police dogs. You know what they done? They forgot. You'd have thought that old cat would have turned around and shot right back out that front door, but it didn't. Shot right out under them benches over on this side, right over here. You'd have also thought whenever you went in that church that there wasn't room under them benches for them 3 big old German police dogs, but there was. I mean, they just disappeared from where they was, and pandemonium set in. Let me tell you something. When you sitting in church and you all caught up and these blind folks up there singing them songs like they sing them, the last thing in this world you expect is a foreign object on your legs. When you get old yellow cat up one of them, German police dog up the other, and make you do things you didn't have no idea you could do. I mean, they was flat-footing from the sitting position, and that ain't easy. They was walking them benches. It was one of them look out, Sadie, ain't no door, there is now situations. I mean, you could tell everywhere everything went under there by the way there's exploding up out of their seats. And they just absolutely wrecked that side of the church. They was trying to come forward, they was trying to go backwards. Preacher didn't know what happened. He ain't even seen them leave. While they started attacking him, he flat-footed that pulpit. Geraldine flat-footed him. That little old choir loft back behind us had room for about 20 people. Had 40 in it and 40 on the way. Now the crowd over on this side of the church didn't have no idea what was going on over on this side. They thought an old-fashioned shouting revival done broke out. Honey, they come up out of their seats shouting just about as loud as this crowd was. The only difference was they're shouting glory, hallelujah, and this bunch is shouting, Lord, help me, Jesus. Back over on this side, 14 people wound up in the altar. 2 deacons and a Sunday school teacher got saved. And all the time, that old yeller cat was over here still clawing for its life. My wife said, I'll bet there's some runs in some pantyhose. I said, honey, there's some of them running out of the pantyhose that time. And them blind folks was up there singing. They didn't have no idea what was going on. The only thing they was thinking about was they done took that job too cheap. Any of you preachers out there that's got a church that's dying right before your eyes, let me tell you what to do. Get yourself an old yeller cat, 3 German police dogs. You may not get nobody saved, but you'll scare the devil out of the crowds you got, I guess.
Hey, that's Wendy Bagwell and the Signliners, okay? Hey, let's see who that's brought to you by. That's brought to you by Dennis Black Concrete Construction. We've been all the way through our sponsors, and it is 7 o'clock. And Bishop Bullitt just came in here.
About to freeze.
About to freeze. Well, I tell you, you're on Mac number 3 there. Tell us about what's going on at that cemetery.
Well, we actually took the reefs up Sunday, and I think this year, I think what they're going to try to do, like the Chattanooga, they're wanting to get some reefs. They're $15 a piece, and they're wanting people they're going to try to get some money to take up a collection.
Donations for it.
Yeah, I think we got 260 graves in there, and I think they want to get about 30 extra reefs to run about $4,000 something. And I think they're going. John Thompson's going to see what they can do, and Daniel Coop. And we're going to do it like to do in the Chattanooga Cemetery.
Well, that'd be great. That'd be great. We appreciate what you do. You and your brother taking care of that place.
Yeah.
And what's your number if anybody'd have a question they want to talk to you about?
Well, they can call me at my cell phone number. It's I don't know if I have to give the area code. No, if you don't, I don't think, do you? Well, it's just 423-331-2869.
Yeah, that's right. I give it about every week. Then John Thompson, he takes care of the honor guard, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
I've got his number right here somewhere. If you need that. Tell us a little bit about that, too. You know more about that now?
Well, I'll tell you what, Joel. I'm going to try to get it mandatory. I think every veteran buried in the veteran cemetery should have the honor guard. Yeah. They was at my father's funeral, and it's a little bit sad, but I think all veterans deserve it.
Yeah. I've got 3 brothers that was over 20, and they all had a military funeral.
Yeah.
It was really great.
It is.
They just do a great job. We had a sergeant, I believe he was a SFC, came from Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Yeah. No, Fort Knox. Fort Knox is where he came from. And boy, he was a perfect gentleman. They just did a great job. We appreciate the honor guard and what they do.
Yes, I do.
If you want to talk to John Thompson, his number is 716-4890, okay? Well, you listen to Whoop Radio 99.9 on your dial right here in Cleveland, Tennessee, on family-friendly, funny, flag-waving, country western, bluegrass, and a little gospel music, all right? Well, we got through with Wendy. Let's see what we can find. He's quite a character. It's the rattlesnake. Everybody knows about the rattlesnake.
Yeah. I know the run from.
That's right. Well, so just afraid of one kind. That's 2 kinds. That's dead ones and live ones, okay? Well, boys, if somebody calls in now and my telephone rings, I've got a brand new telephone.
Really?
It's a whole lot smarter than I am. And would you believe yesterday I was working, and David Myers had done a soil sample out in this field. And I was walking across there, and I've been over to pick up a stake.
Ah.
And that hole was so small that my arm wouldn't go down in it. And my cell phone slipped right out of my pocket and then hit that perfect. If I'd have held above it and dropped it, I couldn't have dropped it in there on first.
So it's gone, right?
I mean, it was baptized immediately. I mean,
Oh,
it
my
didn't even hit, it didn't even bounce in there. It just hit a straight shot. So I had to go get me another.
Was it water in the hole?
Yeah. And to beat it all, I could see it down there, just about half-inch of it sticking out of the water, but I couldn't get my arm.
Once you hit that water, it's gone.
And you know how big my arm is.
Yeah.
That thing fell in that hole.
My goodness.
I'm going to sue David Meyer. He's the source. Okay.
Well, my brother lost one up on the Greenway, though. You know, he was up on the Greenway, and he's accidentally slipped and went in the water,
Yeah.
and his phone was with him.
Yeah. Well, I got one that's waterproof now. That's not.
Oh, do they make waterproof?
Yep. That's not going to happen anymore. All right. Hey, I had a I-6 is what I had too. I tell you, this is nice stuff. I just learned to use it. Well, now I've got to start all over again. One of these really, really, really smartphones now.
Well, I don't know if I can use one of them.
Well, I can't even.
Because if it's a smartphone, I don't think it's for me.
All right. Well, it's time for flag waving song. Okay. Merle Haggard. We played this, and everybody likes this one by Merle. Hey, it's brought to you by, who was the top of that 5 Point Cafe? That's Miss Janine and her team. And we were down there this week, and I tell you, we had a feast. We'll send this one out to Miss Janine. I started to say idiotic. She's patriotic. I was about to get that wrong.
I hear people talking bad about the way we have to live here in this country. Harping on the wars we fight and griping about the way things ought to be. And I don't mind them switching sides and standing up for things they believe in. When they're running down my country, man, they're walking on the fighting side of me. Yeah, walking on the fighting side of me. Running down the way of life, I'm fighting and fought and died to keep. If you don't love it, leave it. Let this song I'm singing be a warning. You running down my country, man, you walking on the fighting side of me. Some squirrely guy who claims he just don't believe in fight. And I wonder just how long the rest of us can count on being free. They love our milk and honey, but they preach about some other way of living. When they're running down my country horse, they're walking on the fighting side of me. Yeah, walking on the fighting side of me. Running down with life, I'm fighting in a fought and died to keep. If you don't love it, leave it. Let this song I'm singing be a warning. When you running down my country, man, you walking on the fighting side of me. Yeah, walking on the fighting side of me. Running down with life, I'm fighting in the fought and died to keep. If you don't love it, leave it. Let this song I'm singing be a warning. When you running down my country, man, you walking on the fighting side of me.
Yeah, that's old Merle walking on the fighting side of me. All right, we got the bulletin here. We're just talking and carrying on and going on. But 5 Point Cafe, he just asked me if she had breakfast. Yeah, she's got a great breakfast. I had it yesterday morning.
Well, I'm going to try it. I'm going to take a friend of mine. I'm going to take my brother and a friend of mine down there. I told you.
Yeah, you've got to try it. Here's one of the See that cashew cluster right there?
My goodness.
Oh, that's my favorite. I'll nibble on it all through.
Oh, yeah.
All through my program tonight. It's she gave me that one yesterday.
I think everything's homemade just about then, ain't it?
Oh, everything she makes, she makes it all. Cakes and pies and all that stuff, candies. Hey, every kind of candy you can think of.
Well, I'm going to try it.
She's got it, and she's got the best burger in town.
We'll either go down there either in the morning or maybe Friday morning. I'm gonna take you know, I was telling you about this guy used to be your neighbor.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take him and my brother.
George Gurley's. How about George? When I lived at on Lakeview Drive.
Yeah.
He lived just down below us.
Yeah.
He had didn't they have a boy?
He does have a boy, but he's not little anymore.
Yeah, I know that.
And's a truck driver.
Yeah.
He drives that. Well, I ain't never met his son.
He'd be older than my boy.
Hey.
Yeah, he's a little older. Yeah, George is little. Then the highway patrol moved in right between us, David Glass.
Well, down on
the house between us.
on the other side of him now, I think the sheriff's department lives down on you know, his house sits like this on the on the right side of him. The sheriff's department lives there. Sheriff deputy lives there.
Yeah. Well, David Glass built a house right next to him.
Oh.
He was my David and Brenda. Well, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's about as long ago as 5 Point Cafe when it was Moore Drugstore. You remember when
Yeah, I
it was Moore
do.
Drugstore?
I actually got it. Now, I went there when I was about 5 years old. My mother gave me. I actually stole a pack. I put a pack of rubber bands in my pocket, and I got a whipping for it.
Well, that's where Janine's restaurant is. Snack House number 2. I was talking to Arnold True the other day of TNT Battery, and he said he remember when he was a boy going into Snack House number 2. And I tell you, that was a good place to eat. That was a long, long time ago. That was, yeah, that's quite a while. 5 Point Cafe, that's Miss Janine and her team on the Sweetheart Corner, the sweetest place in town. 5 Point Cafe at Old Moore Drugstore. Go by there and tell Janine you heard it here. And all those victuals that you'll get and all those desserts, she makes them from scratch, okay? And specializes in those coconut pies. They are something else. They're out of this world, all right? So we was down there yesterday morning, in the middle of the morning, and I tell you, it was just great. All the beautiful stuff she has. It's just a unique place. You got to go by there and see it. You won't believe it until you see it. Now, Kenny Lawson, he'll be going by there. He likes that turkey burger. Yeah. Turkey bacon. Yeah. Cranberry burger. How about that? Hey, Miss Janine knows what to do. And listen, she makes that chicken salads out of this world. Potato soup, all the good stuff that you like to eat, she's got it. Banana splits, it's always ice cream time. Yeah. Goes good with those cakes. 457-0041. Call Miss Janine and tell her that you heard it here on Whoop Radio. I would appreciate that. And I'm sure that she would too. We have known Miss Janine for a long, long time. And she's quite a lady. She lost her good buddy. Ed Scoggins passed away last week of the Bears Den up in Ocoee. He was our good friend, our sponsor for a long time on the Sunday morning program. I tell you this, just some great people. Hey, it is. There's a lot of good people in the world, despite what you hear on TV. And all these nuts that you hear on TV that's cussing and going on, even in front of their children. Can you believe that? I mean, the Democrats have created a monster that they can't control. I've never seen so many idiots in one place in my life. And they think, well, there's one called us a bunch of dopes the other day. And he looked like he'd been run over by a freight train. He was a professor in some college. That don't mean he knew anything at all. Yeah, he probably believes in global warming. Well, there might be some climate change going on. I can tell it's changed since I was a boy. But I don't know what we can do about it. How do you think we could control it? California, they're just full of flakes and nuts, fruits and flakes and nuts. And they were about the environment. Then they have one of those fires that just blacks the whole countryside. Yeah, Yeah, they can't do nothing about it. Well, they could if they had enough sense to keep their brush and take care of the timberlands. They could control a lot of it. But when Mother Nature starts belching, there's not anything anyone could do about it. Yeah. What about the environment? Then one of those volcanoes start erupting like they're down in Hawaii. Well, those environmentalists that think they can control the universe, why don't you go out there and stop that? Yeah. Yeah, they'll be able to stop that. You know, they fly around there and fly around in their jets, and they build their big mansions, and they put a big fence around it, and got guards with guns, and but they don't want to build a fence on the border, and they won't take our guns. And you Democrats can take that. Don't matter if you like it or not. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. It's the cereal party, I used to call them, made up of the fruits and the flakes and the nuts and no fiber. That's just the way I'm sticking to it. If the cat don't like it, the cat can turn around. Send this out to all you folk who think we've raped the world.
We don't smoke marijuana.
And think we're the problem of all the world. I'll send this one out to you. Let's let her start again.
We don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee. We don't take no trips on LSD. We don't burn no drive carts down on Main Street. We like living right, being free. We don't make no party out of it. We like holding hands and pitching woo. We don't let our hair grow long and shaggy like the hippies out in San Francisco do. And I'm proud to be an Okie from Muskogee, a place where even squares can have a ball. We still wave old glory down at the courthouse, and white lightning's still the biggest thrill of all. Hey, leather boots are still in style for manly footwear. Beads and Roman sandals won't be seen. Football is still the roughest thing on campus, and the kids there still respect the college dean. And I'm proud to be an Okie from Muskogee, a place where even squares can have a ball. We still wave old glory down at the courthouse.
Amen.
And white lightning's still the biggest thrill of all. And white lightning's still the biggest thrill of all. And Muskogee, Oklahoma, USA.
Hey, we can't live without playing this one. And it's brought to you by 5 Point Cafe. That's Miss Janine and her team. And Walker Valley Motors, okay? 5 Point Cafe and Walker Valley Motors. I like this song right here.
Daddy Frank played the guitar and the French harp. Sister played the ringing tambourine. Mama couldn't hear our pretty music. She read our lips and helped the family sing.
Hey, you just hear music like this on Whoop Radio. On family-friendly, funny, flag-waving, country, western, bluegrass, and gospel music.
That little band was all a part of living, and our only means of living at the time. And it was wasn't like no normal family combo. 'Cause Daddy Frank, the guitar man, was blind. Frank and Mama counted on each other. Their one and only weakness made them strong. Hey, Mama did the driving for the family, and Frank made a living with a song. Home was just a camp along the highway. A pickup bed was where we bedded down. Don't ever once remember going hungry. I remember Mama cooking on the ground. Daddy Frank played the guitar and the French horn. Sister played the ringing tambourine. Mama couldn't hear our pretty music. She read our lips to help the family sing. That little band was all part of living, and our own means of living at the time. And it wasn't like no normal family combo, 'cause Daddy Frank, the guitar man, was blind. Don't remember how they got acquainted. I can't recall just how it came to be, but there had to be some special help from someone, and blessed be the one who let it be. Fever caused my mama's lost hearing. Daddy Frank was born without his sight, and Mama needed someone she could lean on. I believe the guitar man was right. Daddy Frank played the guitar in the French horn. Sister played the ringing tambourine. Mama couldn't hear our pretty music. She read our lips and helped the family sing. That little band was all part of living, and our own means of living at the time. And it wasn't like no normal family combo, 'cause Daddy Frank, the guitar man, was blind.
Hey, that's all right. Brought to you by 5 Point Cafe. I'm trying to finish up this song. This is what's left of the cashew cluster from 5 Point Cafe. Just can't hardly turn it loose. Makes a mouth water just thinking about it. And she got all kinds of those sweets, and Kenny Lawson knows all about it. 695 Lauderdale Memorial Highway, that's his place of business, right across from Walker Valley High School. 595-604 is Kenny's telephone number. If you want to go by there and see him, that would be just fine. If you don't, look on his website at walkervalleymotors.com. His email is walkervalleymotors@gmail.com. So go by and see Kenny and look at all his good pick-em-up trucks that he has. I'll guarantee you he's got some of them, okay? He's been kind of under the weather, but you can keep a good man down. He's recovered really well. When you get working on that vertebrae on your back and back of your neck, it's kind of serious business, but he's come through just fine. He'll be as good. Well, he's physically fit. He just hadn't got his voice back like he'd like to, okay? I'll not tease Kenny about that, all right? He's my buddy. Known him for a long time. And his family, they're just great people. Well, I don't know what I put it. Yeah, I do know what I put in. This is family-friendly, funny flag waving. Let's have a little more flag waving. Brought to you by Kenny Lawson Motors, and this is how Kenny feels about it, too, I guarantee you.
ask me where I come from, here's what I tell everyone. I was born by God's dear grace in an extraordinary place where the stars and stripes and the eagle flies. It's a big old land with countless dreams, and happiness ain't out of reach. Hard work pays off the way it should. Yeah, I've seen enough to know that we've got it good, where the stars and the stripes and the eagle fly. There's a lady that stands in a harbor for what we believe, and there's a bell that still echoes the price that it costs to be free. I pledge allegiance to this flag, and if that bothers you, well, that's too bad. But if you got pride and you're proud you do, hey, we could use some more like me and you, where the stars and the stripes and the eagle fly. Yes, there's a lady that stands in a harbor for what we believe, and there's a bell that still echoes the price that it costs to be free. No, it ain't the only place on earth, but it's the only place that I prefer to love my wife and raise my kids, hey, the same way that my daddy did, where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly, where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly.
Twin Spin brought to you by Walker Valley Motors and Robin's Nest and Bobby's Roost.
Now Daddy didn't like trouble, but if it came along, everyone who knew him knew each side that he'd be on. He never was a hero of this county's shining light, but you could always find him standing up for what he thought was right. He'd say, you've got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. You've got to be your own man, not a puppet on a string. And never compromise for right and uphold your family name. You've got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Now we might have been better off or owned a bigger house if Daddy had done more giving in or a little more backing down. But we always had plenty, just living his advice. Whatever you do today, you'll have to sleep with tonight. He'd say, you've got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. You've got to be your own man, not a puppet on a a string. And never compromise what's right, and uphold your family name. You've got to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. I know things are different than they were in Daddy's day, but I still believe what makes a man really hasn't changed. You've got to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. But you've got to be your own man, not a puppet on a string. And never compromise what's right, and uphold your family name. You've got to stand for something, or you fall for anything. You've got to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything.
Yeah, that's brought to you by Robin's Nest and Bobby's Roost. All right. 501-283-7775. Facebook, Robin McCracken Meacham. And she's back home now. Got that store wide open, full of good stuff. Now, I'm telling you, she's got some good stuff in her store. I know. She came by here, and I've seen it, and I've been in her store several times, and she's getting all ship-shape and ready to go. Okay? Well, we're here with Bullet. Bullet, how's the Edwards show coming?
It's, I think it's doing great, though. I think we've been on now about 8 weeks, and Edward's playing the music, and I'm running the board. And of course, we got Tom Casta coming in here. Now, that's a threesome.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we're like Three Stooges. But,
well, I didn't say that.
but no, I think it's doing good.
Yeah. What time you on?
We come on Monday evenings at 5:45 to 6:45, but one time we didn't leave to 15 to 8.
Yeah.
Usually it's 5:45 to 6:45.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Just hang around as long as you want to.
Yeah.
I don't guess it makes a lot of difference. Unless it be the sponsors.
You know what I've noticed about Edward Doyle? It seemed like the last 2 times he wants to stay a little bit longer.
Well, that's good. That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah, it is.
You just hang around a little longer, and that's good. But Robin's cell phone is 501-283-7775, and you can give her a call. Well, you call her right now. She'd probably answer the phone now. But she's back at home full-time for a while. Don't know how long that'll be. But she's got to move that stuff, and she knows how to move it. She knows how to buy it, as far as that's concerned. We went down to the estate sale. And you wouldn't believe the things you'll find at some of those estate sales.
She was in here last week, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I wish I'd have come.
Just a couple of weeks ago.
I wish I'd have met her.
Yeah. She's never met a stranger, so that's all right.
But she sounds like she'd be a cut-up.
She is. She's my baby girl, all right? That's Robin's Nest and Bobby's Roost, 501-283-7775, and all of our pipeline buddies are listening in. Bullet, we got folk working for pipeline. She works for pipeline.
Pipeline?
And they listen on their telephone and on the World Wide Web, yeah. And, she's the only lady German I think's ever been in.
Well, my goodness.
And she's got some real friends, Bear and Frank and Vanessa, and I don't know who else. She's given several. That's where she lives in Russell, Arkansas.
Yeah.
That's everybody that works for the pipeline. And they're listening all over Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio, Louisiana, Texas.
Well.
And they are, I know a lot of them. I've met some of them. But they're great people, and they're workers. I tell you what, we're producing that oil. We're the #1 oil producer in the world. You know that?
Yeah, I did.
That'll keep those gas prices down.
We don't have to keep going overseas to get oil.
No, they can't eat that stuff.
No.
And so that's good. I like it that we got the president standing tall, and He's done what he said he would do and sticking to his guns, and that's
Yeah.
what we've needed for a long time. Someone to look up to folks.
That's
like
right.
you,
I think he's done great.
folk like me and you instead of the government.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got the business. I'm talking about the government. I've got one I want to play.
No, I think he's doing great, Doyle.
This right here. I don't know if you've heard this or not, but let me just change my course here a little bit and let you listen to this. I just love this song. It's called "This Land Is Your Land." All right. Hey, we'll send this now to Robin and Bobby Meacham. Now, that's my son-in-law, my favorite son-in-law. Of course, he's the only one that got it. Hey, let's try this one on for size vote. This is a beautiful song.
As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I've roamed and rambled, and my footsteps led me to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. When the sun comes shining and I was strolling, and the wheat fields waving and the dust clouds rolling, as the fog was lifting, a voice was chanting. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Oh, this land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me.
Yeah, I like that song right there. This land is our land. It's we the people. That's what the Constitution
That's right.
says. We the people, endowed with certain inalienable rights.
That's right.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's the reason we shouldn't have to have a character bit, okay?
Yeah. I think we got a president now, though, who's going to take up for veterans, too, I believe.
Hey, that's right. He already has. He's got things done. They've been trying to get done for 40 years. and he got it done for the veterans.
Well, Doyle, before we leave, I want to say I appreciate you talking about veterans, and I really thank a lot of you for doing that.
Well, it's good to do that, boy.
And I'm going to get on now, and I am moving, Doyle. I'm moving to an apartment, and I'm going to have a place to cook. But don't think about that. I got to wash dishes.
Well, you know, there's a lot of dishwashers running loose out here. Of course, they're sort of expensive.
But I can cook pretty good. But anyway, I think I'm going to like it. It's a pretty good little place. And
well, you got paper plates. So
yeah, that's another thing. I can use paper plates.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you, buddy.
All right. Well, glad you come by. See you next week. All right. That is the bullet. Well, let's see if I want to play another one of these here. Yeah, this one right here. I think it's number 13. A Few Good Men. That's what we need. You heard this one, Bullet? Okay, just a second. Let me get my bearing here. I can't see that good. Okay. Got my nose fixed, and now my eyes are messed up. Right here it is, right here. I like this one. And there's still a few of those left, all right? They haven't run plumb out. But I'm supposed to be talking about my sponsors, and I tell you what, I've got the best group of sponsors you ever saw. They're great business, and men and ladies, and 5 Point Cafe, Walker Valley Motors, Robin's Nest, and Bobby's Roost, and now his T&T Battery. That's Arnold True Love. And here's True Love Joanne. She is a sweetie, and she's quite a singer in her own right. I play her on Sunday morning here every once in a while, occasionally. And T&T Battery at 2380 Keith Valley Road, meeting all your tires and battery needs. And Arnold's got a extraordinary place up on the hill. And when you get up there, you can see plumb up across the mountains at Ducktown, Tennessee. I believe you can see plumb to the North Carolina line on a cool day. You just see row after row after row after row of those mountains. And it is beautiful. And he can accommodate about 250 to 300 people in his, well, you can't call it a barn. It's better than a barn, but he's got a lot of memorabilia there, a lot of old stuff. And I tell you, it's just, I've had the grand tour of it one time, and then I've been down there about 3 other times when they have this special needs, kids with special needs. And his son Chris works for them. He's employed by them. Give up all the good jobs that he could have had with T&T Battery, which would have been great. But that's what he's called to do, and that's what he's doing. And he's happy as a dead pig in the sunshine. That's what it is. When you find your niche, just stay there and enjoy it, and it'll be just right. Okay? That's T&T Battery, 2380 Keith Valley Road, telephone number 479-3122. Arnold's cell is 240-8645. Jody's is 667-4486. You can go on email at love49@gmail.com. atlove49@gmail.com. That's Arnold's age, is 49, by the way. But Joanne, she's just 39, okay? And holding. She's holding Arnold. That's what she's doing. Hey, I'll send this song out to them. This is a Sunday morning song, but this is what needed right here in Cleveland, Tennessee, and we've got a few of these. Well, that's not the one I wanted, do I? I see where I am right here. Well, that's not his either. I can't read. If at first you don't succeed, get you another orange.
Oh, say, can you what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
What this dying world could use is a willing man of God who dares to go against the grain and works without applause. A man who raised that shield of faith, protecting what is pure, whose love is tough and gentle, a man whose word is sure. God doesn't need an orator who knows just what to say. He doesn't need authorities to reason him away. He doesn't need an army to guarantee a win. He just needs a few good men. Men full of compassion, who laugh and love and cry. Men who'll face eternity and aren't afraid to die. Men who'll fight for freedom and honor once again. He just needs a few good men. He calls the broken derelict whose life has been renewed. He calls the one who has the strength to stand up for the truth. Enlistment lines are open and he wants you to come in. He just needs a few good men. Men full of compassion, who laugh and love and cry. Men who'll face eternity and aren't afraid to die. Men who'll fight for freedom and honor once again. He just needs a few
Hey, that's right. Few good men like we have here in Cleveland, Tennessee, the garden spot of the world. We're here at the Village Green in the Green Room Live. Appreciate the folk for putting up with us. I don't think we're on the World Wide Web. Looks like I am up here on the wall, but I don't think we're on it. So you don't get to see my smiling face and I got my Trump cap over here. But I've got my USA flag cap on, all right? If I'm red, white, and blue to the core. If that rubs you the wrong way, that's just tough, okay? You'll get over it. We're still living in the best nation in the world. And we haven't stolen it from anybody except the American Indians. They're not griping about it. As much as these bunch of idiots. It's good at these shows on TV, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, CNN. The American haters, but that's all right. We're going right along. But the man in the White House don't pay much attention to that bunch. They've lost control. They've lost it, all right? Well, let's see what I want to play. Well, this is one of the better songs that well, I'm going to play this one and then play one of the better songs. All right. Well, let me play this one first. Since we had singing about a few good men, let's just have this one. Beautiful music and beautiful words. Brought to you by Dennis Black Concrete Construction. That's Dennis and Cheryl Black at 191 Osmond Road right here in Cleveland. By the way, he has an office also on Highway 64. Just over the hilltop there from Jack Evans, you go east on 64 on the right side where Randy Goins had a scrapyard there a few years ago, just past the Church of God up there where Brother Ellis was pastor for a long time until he passed away. And it's right there on the right. Now, you see his places, they're all well kept, equipment cleaned up and ready to go and ready to use. And that speaks well of a construction company. Now, they've been here for, I think, about 35 years. And their only business is finishing concrete. Residential, industrial, and commercial. And they'll do you right and do you a good job. He's worked all over Cleveland. Some of the jobs he worked at the nursing facility here at Lee University and the Raider Dome and First Fleet Trucking and just places all over Bradley County where they've worked. And by the way, if you're walking around on really good concrete pavement somewhere, just look down somewhere and you're just liable to see D. Black on it. That's Dennis Black Concrete Construction because they put their name on their work because they're not ashamed of it. 476-7278. That's the office phone, 476-7278. And if you've had experience in finishing, pouring, forming concrete, they may just have a job for you. You can call the office at 476-7278, or you can call Dennis. And if he's not busy, he'll answer his cell phone at 667-6997. Dennis Black Concrete Construction, the concrete professionals in this part of the country. Here's a beautiful Wednesday night song. And the music is beautiful. Listen to this. See, it's not their granny self.
In this world, I walk alone, with no place to call my home. But there's one who holds my hand, the rugged road through barren land. inside me there. In your love I find release, a haven from my unbelief. Take my life and let me be a living prayer, my God, to thee. In these trials of life I find another voice inside my mind. He comforts me and bids me live inside the love the Father gives. In your love I find release, a haven from my unbelief. Take my life and let me be a living prayer, my God, to thee. Take my life and let me be a living prayer, my God, to thee.
Beautiful, beautiful song. You just don't hear music like that anywhere except on Whoop Radio. WhoopFM.com. I don't think we're on tonight. But I'll send that one out to Granny Self. She did the best she could with Big Mike, but sometimes it just don't take, okay? He went to school, but he just gnawed on the covers of the book instead of paying attention, okay? But he's done all right. He's done all right, okay. But you're listening to Whoop Radio, and our sponsors for tonight has been 5 Point Cafe, Walker Valley Motors, Robin's Nest and Bobby's Roots, TNT Battery, and Dennis Black Concrete Construction. Hey, we got a lot of time left yet. Hey, I got a lot of good music on here. And by the way, I'm backing up here to one that's I just like because it's got a real story to it. And sort of what you give is what you receive. You know that? If you get all you can and put it in a can and sit on the can, you'll not enjoy it, okay? But if you work to get to give, you don't work to get, you work to get to give. You don't really live until you learn to give. That's great. That's a principle. You can build your life on that, and you'll find out that works just right. Talk to a lovely young lady today, and she can make the big bucks, but she's going the other way. Money's not the thing. Oh, you got to have money to operate in this society, some, but you can't be your God, okay? And if you make that your God, you may get a lot of it, but you'll not find contentment. The main thing is that's family, friends, fun, food. Yeah, faith in the future. That's what this world's all about. And that's what my sponsors, that's how my sponsors feel. Just great people. Like Janine at a 5 Point Cafe. And her mother's pretty sick, so let's remember them. Remember her mother? She's been here a long time. In fact, she was an old lady when I was a young man, and man, she's still kicking and alive and well. How about that? And so let's remember them. And remember Janine and her business at 5 Point. And that's what makes this world go around. Folk like that, you would not believe if you've never had a business, run a business, you just don't believe how much the government gets from these folk. You wouldn't know it. You wouldn't believe it. You think it's all profit. You go into a place, but no, it's not. Sometimes the outgo exceeds the income. But if your outgo exceeds your income, your upkeep will be your downfall. Do you know that? If your outgo exceeds your income, your upkeep will be your downfall. Okay. Put it on your refrigerator door, because that'll work. The 5 Point Cafe, that's Miss Janine, and she knows the business because she's been in it for a long time. She knows cooking because she's done it just about all of her life. And believe you me, she's got it going on in the 5 Point. It's such a unique little place. You need to go down there and just see it. You can just make yourself at home, because really that's how you'll feel. You'll be sitting all the cases full of all the goodies that she's made. You just see them all around, and they're too pretty to eat, but too good not to. I just finished off a cashew cluster, milk chocolate cashew cluster, and I'm telling you, it's out of this world. Makes your mouth water, okay? 457-0041, that's her number, and Janine can tell you all about everything that she has. Every color of chocolate that you can think of, she has, okay? And every dessert. I mean, that buttermilk pie, chocolate pie, coconut pie, peach cobbler, apple cobbler, and all that. Hey, I tell you what, banana splits as big as a boat. Just right. Go by there and see Miss Janine. Tell her you heard it here on Whoop Radio.
He was driving home one evening in his beat-up Pontiac when an old lady flagged him down. Her Mercedes had a flat. He could see that she was frightened, standing out there in the snow, till he said, "I'm here to help you, ma'am. By the way, my name's Joe." She said, "I'm from St. Louis, and I'm only passing through. I must have seen 100 cars go by. This is awful nice of you." When he changed the tire and closed her trunk and was about to drive away, she said, "How much do I owe you?" Here's what he had to say. "You don't owe me a thing. I've been there too. And someone once helped me out just the way I'm helping you. If you really want to pay me back, here's what you do. Don't let the chain of love end with you." Well, a few miles down the road, the lady saw a small cafe. She went in to grab a bite to eat and then be on her way. But she couldn't help but notice how the waitress smiled so sweet, and how she must have been 8 months along and dead on her feet. And though she didn't know her story, and she probably never will, when the waitress went to get her change from a $100 bill, the lady slipped right out the door and on a napkin left a note. There were tears in the waitress' eyes when she read what she wrote. "You don't owe me a thing. I've been there too. Someone once helped me out just the way I'm helping you. If you really want to pay me back, here's what you do. Don't let the chain of love end with you. That night when she got home from work, the waitress climbed into bed. She was thinking about the money and what the ladies' note had said. As her husband lay there sleeping, she whispered soft and low, everything's gonna be alright. I love you, Joe.
Always comes back to you when you kill. That's right. Well, we talked about 5 Point Cafe. Now it's Walker Valley Motors. That's old Kenny Lawson. Third time around for Kenny tonight, okay? He's round, okay? He's in shape. Round is a shape, okay? So Kenny's in shape. So get over it, all right? Well, I tell you what, he's always got. He always has the best looking used pickup trucks that you will find anywhere. Sells wholesale to the public. That's not just a cliche or something to trap to get you to come in, price everywhere else. Then go by and see Kenny. You'll find out that he's right. I know because I have dealt with him. I've got a fine automobile that I got from him. I'm telling you, it's like new. Didn't pay a new price for it either. But we're really satisfied with it. It is just great. And Kenny will do you right. He won't try to pull no wool over your eyes. I've heard him tell folk, you don't want that. I don't have it ready. It's not what you want right now. And that's the way it is. There's still some honesty in some car dealers, and Kenny happens to be one of them. And he may have just about anything on his lot. You never know. He may have a boat, motorhome, tag-along motorhome, or whatever. He just may have it. He may have a good trailer, too, that you'd like to buy. He might have a gooseneck or a tag-along. It just doesn't matter. Bucket trucks and all that stuff and utility vehicles, he's got them just right. SUVs and vans. He's got it going on up right across from Walker Valley High School, 695 Lauderdale Memorial Highway. 595-6040 is his number. That's 595-6040. That's Walker Valley Motors. It'd be nice if all stories like this ended like this. It's a shame. It is a shame. This human trafficking thing, it's just hard to believe. It's hard for us to get our mind around something like that. That's bad. And that's happening on our border in a big way. And everybody was for a wall until Trump wanted it, and now everybody's against it. But that's all right. Well, it's not all right. But if you don't have a border, you don't have a nation. And what it cost the USA in taking care of those children that their parents will let them leave Guatemala and countries in Central America with a stranger or a coyote or something. And that's how they get across the border. They might not even be their baby. But Pelosi and Chucky Schumer, they think it's not a crisis. But it is. I hope he keeps the government shut down till doomsday, okay? We probably could, about 70% of the government's operating anyway. I don't know why we got so many government employees anyway, but half of them don't do nothing. I mean, 70% is working, so let that other 30% go. We can balance the budget here in about 10 years. Yeah. I haven't felt anything from it. Some may have, and I'm sure they did. And those who are not getting a paycheck, they're going to miss this week. I believe it'll be the first one. But just get Miss Pelosi. She wasn't willing to give $1. Yeah. It's all because they hate the man that we voted in. Yeah. The people voted him in, and boy, look what he's done for the people. He hadn't kowtowed to all the big shots. It's America first. Yeah. We got the best economy in the world. And the Federal Reserve keeps raising the tax rate. And Facebook and Google and all those folks, they don't care to lose billions of dollars because they've got billions and billions of dollars. They'd like to run the economy if they could, so Trump wouldn't get elected again. If you don't think that's going on, somebody must have dropped you on your head when you was a baby. And the Federal Reserve, they've raised taxes just to slow our economy, try to stop it. Instead of the rest of the world waking up to how a businessman does when he's president, they want to bring us down to their level. No, let's raise them up to our level. Take the restrictions off that he's took off, and your country will begin to grow. Yeah. It's not the government. Government doesn't have the answer for it. No, they just get in the way. As far as the government's concerned, the camel was a horse. So the government got a hold of it, okay? Now there's a dormitory, there's a two-humper, and that's the way it is. Government, that's it. They just need to get out of the way and let folk go. All these regulations that he's took away, that's the reason the economy's done what it's done. It's just common sense. Businessman instead of a politician. Boy, I tell you, they just can't get over it that Hillary lost, and it was a miracle. It was a miracle. Well, if you think we had a war, you wait till Miss Ginsburg passes away, and she's got one foot in the grave, nothing on banana peeling now. And boy, when she's gone, you talk about a war. It'll be a war. But we can win it if we got any guts. If we don't, our nation's going to be through. Believe you me, that bunch of Democrats have elected. You've got to go to Harvard or Yale to get that dumb. You can't get that dumb driving a truck, building a house. Yeah. Or driving a tractor. Okay. All right. I'm through singing now. This human trafficking is awful. I wish all stories would end like this one.
Never took a young girl to church, never spoke of his name, never read her his word. Two non-believers walking lost in this world, took their baby with them. What a sad little girl. Her daddy drank all day and mommy did drugs, never wanted to play or give kisses and hugs. She'd watch the TV and sit there on the couch while her mom fell asleep and her daddy went out. And the drinking and the fighting just got worse every night. Behind their couch she'd be hiding. Oh, what a sad little life.
always does. The bad just got worse with every slap and every curse. Until her daddy in a drunk rage one night used a gun on her mom and then took his life. And some people from the city took the girl far away to a new mom and a new dad, kisses and hugs every day. First day of Sunday school, the teacher walked in, and a small little girl stared at a picture of him. She said, I know that man up there on that cross. I don't know his name, but I know he got off. 'Cause he was there in my old house, held me close to his side as I hid there behind our couch the night that my parents died.
All stories ended like that, it would be well. This human trafficking, when it's caught and someone is proven to be guilty of it, they'll be shot. Don't keep them in jail 20 years and then do something about it. They ain't worthy to live. Anybody that mistreat and use a young boy or girl, I could not believe it. A few years ago at Super Bowl, that there is a special task force that was to rescue little boys and girls, that the wealth and the rich was having shipped in for their pleasure at the Super Bowl. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I just didn't think it was going on, but I understand it goes on at all the big sporting events. Now, folks, that's sick. That's sick. Those folk are past feeling, across God's deadline. There's no hope for them. Because Romans 1 said he gave them up, and then he gave them over that practice such things. Okay? Amen, brother. Tell it like it is. Glad you feel that way. All right. Well, who am I talking about? My sponsors feel that way too. Every one of them. If they don't have to sponsor me. If they don't agree with me on that, I don't want them to be my sponsor. And that's 5 Point Cafe, Mr. Dean, Walker Valley Motors, Kenny Lawson, Robin's Nest and Bobby's Roost, T&T Battery, Arnold True Love and Jody, and Dennis Black Concrete Construction. Well, Robin's Nest and Bobby's Roost, she's back home, as I said, in her shop. Go on Facebook, Robin McCracken Meacham, and you will see what she has. All right. Then there's T&T Battery. That's Arnold True Love and Jody. They're just great people. And 2380 Keith Valley Road, tires and batteries at wholesale prices. Great business. Been there for years and years and years. And they're just great people. Give back to the community. That's what I like about the man that owns this station here, this Jones Enterprise. What they give back to the community is great. Wrestling is a big thing in Cleveland. Bradley and Cleveland. One year one's got the best team, and next year the other's got the best team in the nation. And they do a great job. And They give back to the community, and that's what's good. That's what works really good, okay? That's the thing about Cleveland, Tennessee. A good businessmen that give and donate is great in Walker Valley. Now, see there, Walker Valley's catching on. Hey, competition's good for you. Competition, even in business, that's what keeps you sharp. If it didn't, you'd get lax and lackadaisical, and it wouldn't really matter about your product. Then you'd be out of business. But your competitor is your best friend because he keeps you sharp. He keeps you wanting to do better. Yeah. That's the reason Miss Janine wants to have great food. Yeah, because competition, she wants to be the best. That's the reason Dennis Black Concrete Construction wants to be the best concrete finisher. And you see, the other folk in the concrete business, they push him to be that. Yeah, he wants to do the best of anyone in town. And his competition pushes him that way. And that's like the True Loves. They want to sell them batteries and those tires just right. They want to make a living, but they see it as a ministry of helping others. Hey, that's what this is all about. That's how this free enterprise system works. I don't have to buy from this. I've got choices. Who am I going to go to? I want to go to the one that has the best product or the best deal. Yeah. And when someone sees me buying a battery from Arnold True Love and they're selling batteries, they say, hey, I wonder why he went over there. Why did he go over there? What? Then he'll start shaping up. Hey, that's the way this free enterprise system works. Yeah. Government handouts don't work. Oh, they want to penalize the rich. They're talking about, the Democrats now is talking about taking 90% of the wealthy folks' income. Well, why make it if the government's going to get 90% of it? Yeah. Let me ask you a question, all of you that think that having money is, is evil. No, it's nothing wrong with having money, but if money has you, it's not good. But let me ask you this, anybody on welfare wrote you a check lately? Yeah, I'd say they haven't. So when you start putting down businessmen that are very successful and very rich, you just think how they got there. Yeah. I know some get it handed to them. They get it from their father. How did their father get it? Well, somewhere someone was smarter than someone else. And they made something. Or they have a service that's better than others. And then they progress. Hey, don't be envious of folk that's got money. Get off your butt. Learn a trade. Learn to do it better than most. And you can make it. I'm proof of that. I don't have much education. I went to Bible college, but I didn't go to, any kind of a college to, learn a certain trade. Hey, I can do about anything. Yeah, I can do just about it. I can scratch out a living and do it about anything. And if I can make it, anyone can. Yeah. I've turned down some of the best jobs in this country. Yeah. Wouldn't even take them, okay? And I'm not sharp as tack in the box. But if you'll learn a trade, and you'll learn to do it better than most, you can walk anywhere and get a job. Hey, when I was in my prime up until, I'm still in my prime, my late prime, okay? I'd walk anywhere and get a job. I applied for a job one time. People said, what can you do? I said, I can build anything you can draw. Yeah. I said, if you can draw it up, put a location on it, an elevation, I can get it in the right place and the right elevation. Well, you know if that's right or not. And they gave me and two little old boys from Ducktown and Johnny Coleman here in Cleveland. And we went to Hayside, Virginia, and built a job they said couldn't be done. Yeah, we did it. Yeah. Yeah, and they were singing that song about Danville, Kentucky. And when the job was done, they offered me a job as engineer of construction and maintenance of the whole Clinchfield Railroad. Yeah. from Danville, Kentucky to Spartanburg, South Carolina, but that wasn't what I wanted. I wasn't after the money. Yeah. They don't want to move my family. Because I was a Cleveland, Tennessee man, the garden spot of the world, okay? So see, you can make it. Just learn to do it. And then don't be bold about it. Say, hey, just give me a shot. I'll give it the best shot. And you can do it. But find a trade that you like and learn. If you like what you do, it's not work. Yeah. All right, I'm through blowbeating now, and I'm going to sing another song. But I've been talking about my sponsors, and I tell you what, they're great people. They're great people. Dennis Black Concrete Construction, hey, they're on the ball. You go by their place and look it over. I'll guarantee you they're on the ball. If you don't believe it, you just go by there at 191 Osmond Road right here in Cleveland, Tennessee, and you'll know exactly what I mean when I talk about real business men and ladies. Go by Miss Janine's. Go by and see Robin. Go on Facebook at Robin's Nest and Bobby's Roost. Go to TNT Battery. Look at their place down there. Yeah. You'll find out go up see old Kenny Lawson sit around. He just taking it easy, just hanging out, enjoying what he's doing, and being a service to people. Hey, that's what makes his place tick. Yeah. It's not the government. No, it's not the government. We're one nation under God, indivisible, liberty, and justice for all. And it's not me, the president, or me, the governor. It's we, the people. And we've got a people's president right now.
I'd gladly walk across the desert with no shoes upon my feet to share with you the last bite of bread I had to eat. I would swim out to save you in your sea of broken dreams. When all your hopes are sinking, let me show you what love means. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Whisper love so loudly every heart could understand, that love and only love can join the tribes of man. I would give my heart's desire so that you might see. The first step is to realize that it all begins with you and me. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? When we stand together
That's right. Well, I'm going to go off with this one. I just feel like I need to do that. It's for, well, I always send it out to Granny, okay? She's one of my favorite listeners, okay? We'll go off with this one. Hey, Lord willing, we'll see you Sunday morning here about 8 o'clock. Well, in the a.m. with the I.M., okay? And we'll just have a good time together. And I hope you've enjoyed tonight. Hope it makes your day a little brighter and your load a little bit lighter. Brought to you by 5 Point Cafe, Walker Valley Motors, Robin's Nest and Bobby's Roost, TNT Battery, and Dennis Black Concrete Construction. That's the good folk that's made this possible, okay? And we're going to go off with this one, and we'll see you here next Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. We'll see you Sunday morning at 8 o'clock.